Right now, this is what my kitchen looks like. It's a mess, like a big mess. So we need to fix this. I can't even believe this, that my house is a mess.
About this visa type. As a matter of fact, I would recommend this visa type to anybody that is looking to migrate to Canada this year. Okay, like I said, this visa type is totally free. Now,
everybody wants to relocate. That who's going to take care of our parents? But the question I want to ask is, you'll be happy if your children are doing well? Or okay, I did a poll asking people that what would they prefer? Someone sponsor your visa out of the country, or they get you a business, like open a business for you. And so many people like chose, they want somebody to sponsor their visa. And it made me start thinking like, okay, why? But I won't blame anybody because as I say, if you don't have anything tangible to hold on to, if you get a better offer, why would you not take it? Why would you not take it? Because at the end of the day, it's all about stability. And one thing that comes to my mind is it's beyond stability. Let's say for instance now, if I decide to if I have the opportunity to bring all my family members, fly them out of the country, I will do it. Why? Because they are struggling. Some of them, they don't have jobs. Some of them, they have jobs like they're like doing menial jobs just to like survive. So why would I? And you having to like call me to say, oh Adefemi, can you please help me with money? Can you please help me with money for my kids? I don't want to do that. I believe in teaching you how to fish. You've been sustainable for yourself, then you pay it forward. That is the way I say life. But when I have to constantly be giving you fish, if I run a business for somebody now, if I help you to start a business, it's not like it's going to like pick up immediately like that. You might still even be asking me for money to fund the business. Oh, there are the days that you don't have money. You still complain, oh, how I wish I have money. So at the end of the day, just come to a place where it's not like it's rosy or it's better abroad, but the only thing is, things work, like something that works. That is what everybody is after. I was telling my sister that I was asking her that why is everybody leaving Nigeria, especially those that sell their properties, those that have good jobs, and they just decide overnight that I'm leaving Nigeria. They quit their job and they leave. And she was telling me that, it's really not about the fact that you have something doing. It's just because everybody wants stability. That is why people are actually leaving. Imagine somebody that works in a bank and all they do, you are giving this ridiculous target that you yourself, even the person giving you this target cannot meet these targets. You give somebody a target of you have to bring in 3 million accounts in a month. What will the person see it from? Do you want them to steal? You want them to prostitute themselves for somebody to open an account with them? What's the plan? You give them ridiculous amount and they will say, oh, I'll prefer to be a cleaner in another man's country than to hook up with this shit. And it's not like if you come abroad it's better or anything. But the thing is, there's so many opportunities for you. If you work with an organization and they are misbehaving or they are not, treating you well, you can always move to the next one. So I don't know. I feel like sustainability, that stability is what everybody is looking out for. And my stand is still, if you're okay in Nigeria, if you're okay in Africa, you can afford the good things of life, Yeah, by all means, there's no need for you to travel out because it's not easy down here. But if you're not okay, like you're struggling, you don't have a business, you don't have a job, please, if somebody offers, or if they just ask you, will you travel out? Or would you like, it's all about better opportunity. Why would you not take it? Why would you not? Well, above all, don't just be desperate. Oh, I want to travel, and fall into the wrong hands, or don't do your research properly, or anything like that. But I feel like, yeah, if you don't have something tangible, I think if I was in that shoes, I would take it on, because I remember when I finished my youth service before traveling. When I finished my youth service, I was frustrated. I didn't get a job. I didn't have a job. I was walking the old streets of Abeokuta that time looking for a job. I'll go for different interviews. There was no job. I didn't even. I worked like I even worked. I worked. It was a point that I was working. And somebody told me about MTN job. I applied for customer service jobs. Oh, you go there. Then there was this red one. What do they call them? Airtel. We went there for customer service job. They said, oh, they were not recruiting, or they said you come back. There were so many things. I was frustrated. Then I got this Lapo job, like Lapo, all these people that borrow people money. But then that was BC Cash. Then you have to start looking for customers. You bring in customers. Then afterwards, you have to start running up and down to collect the money up and down, up from people. You are outside by 11 a.m., 11 p.m. You are still outside collecting money from people that are owing the organization money. Like, my mom had to come save me. She was the one that saved me from that job. At the time when she came to my office to embarrass me, I wasn't happy with it. And my boss had to tell me, because of your parent, you have to choose whether you want to work here, or I can't keep you here and all that. So I had to leave the job because my parents were not okay with it. Then from there, I was just frustrated. Like, it was as if I was living without a purpose. It got to a point I was like, I'm going to use all my savings to go look for something to learn. Either learn how to sew or learn how to make hair. Then I started looking for where to make hair. Like, I was looking every means to just not stay at home. And finally, I had to learn how to make hair. And from there, my mom said, oh, she's embarrassed. How can they send me to school? And then I want to make hair. But for me, I just wanted to okay, once I finish learning how to make hair, from there, I'm going to set up a shop, start life. Like, I cannot keep on living like this. Depending on men to give you money, be waiting for somebody to smile at you and be like, oh, fine girl, baby girl, take this cash. Like, that is not life. And my sister one day came to me and said, oh, would you like to travel? I said, travel, okay. Where are we traveling to? She was like, would you like to go travel for your master's? I said, why not? But what do I need to do? And she was like, oh, she has this agent in her. She knows one guy is an agent for one school that is going to help me. I'm like, link me up, sharp. And play. That was how I started my schooling processing. The person puts me through. I didn't even know anything about application for studying abroad or anything. The person puts me through, and I never even knew anything about it. I just used to hear people say they travel abroad and all that, or they travel to school abroad. But one thing I've always said is I was never interested in doing my master's. The only thing that made me do my master's was if I was traveling out to go do it. So when the opportunity came, it was just like, oh, dream come true. And I started the processing and all that. Along the line, my mom got this volunteering job for me with Ogun State Television. If you're familiar with Ogun State, you know Ogun State Television very well. And I started there. They were not paying me. I was doing the job voluntarily. And from there, If you're in the media space, you will know what I mean by brown envelope. Not really brown envelope because it wasn't brown envelope. It wasn't like I begged for it. So if you go cover events, they would thanks for coming kind of thing. Or please do our work very well. So I was getting money from there. That was how I was surviving. And so when my sister said, "Will you travel?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm jumping on it." I never knew where the money was going to come from. I never knew I was going to raise £12,000. When the admission pushed, I just told my parents I've gotten admission to go study abroad, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't tell us how we're going to foot the bill." I said they don't need to foot the bill. That they told me that when I get there, that I'm going to work. So naive, but I don't even know what I was talking about. All I just knew was this is the next move for me, and I'm going to take up all of the opportunity. And my parents were like, "Oh, do you think it's that?" I said, "Yeah." They said, when we get to work, I didn't even know what was 20 hours. They said when we get to abroad, I will be able to work and foot our bill. The only money I need from them was flight money. That is what I'm telling them. And from there, my mom took it upon herself. She said, "Oh, my daughter going abroad, blah blah blah." And then she started running around to look for money. The long story short, God just favored me. That's what I would say. But if you are in my shoes, if you are that kind of person that you have no ties back home, you have nothing you're holding on to, and somebody offers you an opportunity to travel, like, girl, you're gonna take it. Not now that everything is now so spoiled and corrupt, and there's so much scam, and so many agencies saying they will help you. So many lies and desperation, and everybody. There's this spree of japa, 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 and all that. If not, like, it used to be easy back then, and when you come here, you get a job, and you always get a job. People tell me now they struggle to get a job. I was telling my husband yesterday, back then, this is like 5 years ago now, 2018. It's tell a friend to tell a friend, that's how you get a job. Because agencies, they always need people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I was changing jobs. Like, if this agency is not paying well, somebody comes and say, what agency? When you go to work in all these care homes, you meet somebody from different agency, and they'll be like, "Oh, my agency pays £12." I'll be like, "What's the name of that your agency?" That is me porting straight up. But now there's not even shifts. Talkless of somebody telling a friend to tell a friend. Like, everything is just so jam-packed and influx. So what I'm saying in essence, like, if somebody gives you the opportunity, I believe the sustainability. If it's possible for me to like bring all my family members, to even just put that stress off me when it comes to, "Oh, can you please send me 50,000 naira? I need to buy something. Can you please send me 5,000? I need to pay my children's school fees. I need to pay my house rent." If I can help you down here, and from there you sort yourself out, I feel like it's a good one. And another thing I learned, like, traveling, I just felt like paying it forward. I wish I had money to like sponsor so many people. I will do it, especially people I know genuinely, not somebody that has a job and you're doing well. Somebody that I know that you're not doing okay. You need help. You don't even have a job. You don't have anything, and no business, nothing. I would help the person. So you now saying, somebody now saying, "Oh, if you now leave now, everybody is leaving. Who will take care of the parents?" The question I have for parents is, which one is important to you? Is it that your kids are successful and doing well, and you're happy they can take care of you in your lifetime, or the kids staying with you and you guys are suffering together? Because I feel like you saying your children should not progress in life, that is being selfish just because you want them to take care of you or be there for you, or you cannot send somebody else's child on an errand, or it's only your child you can send on an errand. The child that is not happy, that is frustrated, depressed, how is that child going to be useful to you? I could remember I was at that point where I wake up every day. I wasn't talking to anybody in my house because I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I'm like, oh, my parents have tried enough to send me to school. Now is my time to give back. Now is my time to take care of them. I'm not even like, buy my parents something. I don't think some people will say, oh, it's not your responsibility to take care of your parent. Yeah, I understand. It might not be my responsibility to take care of my parent, but they've done something for me. They've done so well for me. I feel like, oh, at that age, because I think I was like 27, 26, 26, 27, I was like, no boyfriend, no, I was in a relationship, but not that kind of relationship that you have anything to write home about, like, it's just like you are single, so to say, okay? No relationship, no marriage proposal, no job, nothing. Then I used to think like, oh, if you're married, your orientation matters too. You feel like, oh, when you're married, your problems is solved, Until when I became stable, I could pay for my own bills. I could sustain myself. Before I discovered that marriage is a plus. Once at that time, I felt like, oh, it was a ticket to be successful. It was a ticket to, at least when you're married, the person can take care of you. You become that person's property, that person's problem. I don't know why parents would, somebody would say they don't want the progress of their child just because you want, or all your children cannot travel abroad. If abroad is where the child will be successful, why would you block the child's success just because you want to have a child that you can send on an errand? What errand are you sending the child? I can remember back then when the Holy Spirit, and this is another thing I want to tell you. Before you embark on that trip, before you embark on that relocation journey, ensure that it is properly guided by God. Because if it's properly guided by God, you will be favored. When I knew that it was the hand of God in this whole thing, I asked the farmer mission, and my mom said she wasn't going to pay an agent or all this proof of funds scam or anything like that. She was going to use her money. God favored us. And my agent, I didn't know anybody where I was coming to. My mom had friends in the UK, but not in a particular city I was going to. And my agent was like, oh, there's somebody he knew back then. Shout out to that woman, I've lost the woman's contact. Somebody I didn't know picked me up from the airport, accommodated me for like 2-3 weeks. I was looking for a house. The person gave me a job. The person looked for my accommodation for me. Like, what do you mean by hand of God? That is what they call hand of God. I'm sure it's approved by God. I remember my dad telling me when I finished my master's in 2019, and my dad was telling me, I told him that I'm not coming home, and my dad was telling me, oh, you want to be a slave in another man's country, and I said, I replied, I would prefer to be a slave in another man's country where nobody knows me than be a king in Nigeria where I have nothing to fall back on. I practically have no money. I have no money. And this is to tell you that you coming abroad is not your ticket to success either. It just gives you an opportunity to change your writing, orientation. If you're lucky, you could actually get it right, but it's not your ticket to success. That many people think, oh, it's a problem. Social is my problem is JAPA. It's not, because you actually come here and it's still very hard. But the only thing I would tell anybody is there's a system that works. So you know that if you're getting a job, you're getting it out of because you qualify for it, and not because you need to know somebody that knows somebody. Better for me to be a slave, where nobody knows me, than be a king, where everybody knows me and I am begging for food. I'm a king, but I'm begging for food. It doesn't make sense to me. That's not logical. Be a slave for a while where you can be a slave, and from there you improve your life. Joseph was a slave for a while, but he ended up to be the prime minister in charge of so many people. if you feel like you allow your ego to come in and say, oh, I cannot do this job, I cannot do this because of what? You're what? A princess. Oh yeah, the princess is gonna put money on your table, right? No, it won't. So that was my reply to my dad. But above all, ensure that your movie is being ordered by God. And through those periods when my dad was telling me, oh, you have to come back home, how can you be a slave in another man's country? Now my dad is a proud father. My daughter is this, my daughter is this, and this. But then, when I wanted to take that move, it was against it. If I had listened or have allowed parental consent or my parents, well, for me, I've never been somebody that cared about what my parents think or what anybody thinks. If you're not God, I don't care about what you think. This is not out of disrespect, but I was just that kind of person that whatever God tells me, I don't care who you are, I'm just going to follow through, even though it doesn't make sense to you or to me. Sorry about the noise. As you can see, I'm playing. I asked God, what is the next move for me? And He told me, you will not need to leave the UK. And I'm like, I will not need to leave the UK 4 months for my visa to expire. He said, you will not need to leave the UK. I said, hey, God. I kept on doubting. I was like, okay, yeah. I'm going to do a second master's. Maybe that is what I'm going to meet to do. I applied for a second master's. I even already paid a deposit for the second master's because as soon as I finished my master's, I was working 40 hours. I was working with Amazon. I was saving everything. I was earning. I was working with Amazon and I was saving everything. So I already paid the deposit for the masters. I didn't know where the other money would come from, but I knew that if God says I wasn't going to leave the UK, then I wasn't going to leave the UK. I got my job offer on the 6th of December, and I was supposed to resume 19th of January. I can never forget. I was supposed to resume 19th of January, and my visa expires 27th of January. And that is how I got this current job I have now. And I've been in the job for 3 years. I've been in the country for 5 years by God's grace. So what I'm saying in essence is forget about what everybody is saying. Forget about the noise around you. Before you make that relocation journey, ensure that it is God's leading. Because if it's actually His leading, His plan for your life, you are going to be successful. He will favor you practically because it doesn't start something and leave you hanging. He will always make it work. Your family will be fine. I think you should do what's best for you. I say if you put your life on hold for anybody, at the end of the day, you regret because the person will be like, yeah, what have you done for me? But if you help somebody, teach them how to fish, somebody has helped you. If you also pay it forward, there's nothing wrong in it. But 3 things that you should take out of this thing is, if you have the opportunity, you have no time back home. If you have the opportunity to be sponsored or to get a job or to work with it, get a job, I think it's a good opportunity. You should take it. But if you are okay back home, you have a job back home, you're successful, you don't really need to. I don't say reason why you have to sell your properties just to come and suffer down here because the struggle is real. Make you guys understand something that before you embark on that relocation journey, I know it's a good move, especially if somebody gives you a job offer or something. But yeah, ensure that it's properly guided by God and you will be favored. And another thing I want to say is keep on applying for jobs every day. My question to you is, what are you doing to develop yourself? What are you doing to make you stand out from the crowd? What are you doing to make the employer employ you? Because everybody keeps on applying for care job when you don't have experience to show that you've got this qualification to be a carer. You don't have to apply for a care job. You could apply for something that is related to your field. You could run a course on a niche that you are interested in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've learned one or two things. If you've not seen my video where I talked about the website where you could get part-time jobs, remote jobs, please do check it out. Like this video, comment, and subscribe on this channel. Until I see you in the next one, it's all love and peace, and ciao. Bye.